Greetings, fellow nerdists. You join us for the second ever rapid fire Wargaming battle report featuring Ross, straight champs to my left.
Hi guys!
And Tom, straight Danvers to my right. So we are playing what should hopefully be a pretty fun game. So Ross and his Tyranids, which we'll go into a bit of detail later, and Tom and his Blood Angels. Tom, which you are bringing your no retreat list-ish?
Yeah, with a bit more tacked on.
And Ross, I don't think you've played these guys for
Quite a while.
Quite a while.
Quite a while.
So it should be good. Should be a good mix. Try to have a decent blend of scenery. So we'll join you in a second to an army run through. See you in a bit. We've spent an extra £10 on our rapid fire wargaming budget and bought an HDMI lead. There we go. So, Ross,
Hello.
talk us through what you brought to the party, my friend.
Some Tyranids, Phil.
Yes.
Lots of them. Lots of bugs. Lots of gribblies. We have 1999 points for Tyranids in this list. Couldn't quite squeeze a point out somewhere. But we are using Hive Fleet Behemoth, which is the lesser seen of the Tyranid Hive Fleets. We reroll charges, because that's how we roll. We have a very, very aggressive list here today, which consists of 2 battalions, because why not? That's a lot of CPs, and we like CPs. We have 3 HQs in the first battalion. We have the Warlord, who is the Broodlord there in the front. He's obviously an untargetable character. He has the Behemoth trait, Monstrous Hunger, which I think does crazy things on 6s. I think it does an extra hit or something along those lines. We have a Flying Hive Tyrant with wings, obviously. As why wouldn't you?
Obviously.
What goes without saying? He has monstrous scything talons, and you would want, why have you done that, Ross? You crazy fool. Rending claws are so much better. Well, yeah, I probably agree with you, but that's how I've modelled them, and that's how we deal with it on. That's how we deal with it on Rapid Fire Wargaming. We do WYSIWYG. That's how we roll. So we have 2 Hive Tyrants with monstrous scything talons. One of which is the Warlord. Which one? This chap here, the guy who looks like he's about to leap off his deck and take to the skies and slash some flyers to death. Is currently the Warlord. He's not the Warlord, but he does have a relic. So the Warlord is still the Broodlord, but this guy has a relic, and the relic is the Scythes of Tyran, which is a Behemoth relic, and basically is a much more powerful monstrous scything talon, +1 strength, and extra attacks on 6s. So it's quite a nice little thing for that, especially on attacking flyers. We also have 3 troops units. We have 2 units of 16 Gene Stealers, and the Gene Stealers have toxin sacks. We also have a 10-man unit, which will be in the tunnel of the Tyranid Prime, or rather the Trigon Prime, should I say. In the 2nd battalion, we have a Malanthrope. Went up in points fairly recently, but it's still very useful. -1 to hit bubble, 3 inches, which is super handy. And we have the Swarm Lord. What a boss. We love the Swarm Lord. He's on the deck there for Bone Blades or Bone Sabres or whatever you want to call them. 3 triple psychic power, very useful guy. 250 points of nastiness. Hive Commander ability did get nerfed, but it's still very useful. He's HQ1 in that, and obviously HQ2 obviously is one of the other Hive Tyrants. So and they've got 3 units of 10 Termagants to pad out that battalion. Then to finish it off, we have a cheeky little Thornback in the front there, who is basically a glorified Carnifex. And he has 2 Twin Link Devourers, or say Twin Link, that's my 7th edition coming out there, but 2 Devourers with Brain Leech Worms and monstrous Scything Talons as well. So we have a lot of melee threat in this list. We're going to have a lot coming in from Deep Strike. It's going to be an absolutely brutal game. I can see not a lot surviving past turn 2. But I'm really looking forward to using this list. I haven't used it in a long, long time. It's a great, great fun Tyranid list. And I'm really excited to see how it performs.
Is Ross making excuses already?
Yeah, I am. No, this could be a good game. This will be a good game. It'll be a tight game. He's got a lot of DACA. A lot of bolt shots. Tyranids don't like bolt shots.
Well, let's find out how much DACA. Right, we shall join you in a second when Tom will run through his beautifully painted Blood Angels army. See you in a bit.
My list summary was lost in the warp, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I took whilst you look at this picture. This is 2,000 points of Blood Angels. There's a battalion detachment and a vanguard detachment. The HQs for the battalion are a captain with Thunderhammer and Storm Shield and a jump pack. jump back is a relic called the Angel's Wing, which allows me to re-roll failed charges and prevents a unit from firing Overwatch at it. The second HQ is Librarian Dreadnought with Wings of Sanguinius and Unleash Rage. He's got a melter gun. Troop choices are a 10-man tactical squad with Heavy Flamer, Flamer and Hand Flamer on the Sergeant. There's 2 scout squads, one with shotguns and a sniper rifle, and the other with bolt guns and a heavy bolter. There's 2 3-man units of scout Vikers. The sergeants have storm bolters. There's 2 flyers, a Storm Talon gunship with assault cannons and las cannons, and a Storm Raven gunship with multi-melters, hurricane bolters, Storm Strike missiles, and twin las. The Vanguard Detachment's HQ is a lieutenant with a combi plas and a jump pack. He's also got a power axe. There's a 5-man tactical Terminator squad, 9 Sanguinary Guard with power fists, and a Sanguinary Ancient with power fist and the relic banner, the Standard of Sacrifice. There's also a Furiosa Dreadnought with a frag cannon and a heavy flamer.
Just before we get started, just want to say a massive thank you and shout out to urbanmats.com. That's urbanmats with a Z, who supplied us with this awesome terrain. It is comes pre-painted, very heavy. So thanks very much, guys. Go and check them out. So we spent £10 on an HDMI lead. So when we're talking about missions,
Yes.
Looks like an official bit of Games Workshop.
The technology.
and this was a photo of our purchase codex, by the way. It's not. It is purely legitimate. So we have a table with some scenery on it, and we have 2 armies on it. So we're playing Vital Intelligence, just an Eternal War mission tonight. As you probably know, this is the mission where at the start of each battle round, the player is the first turn, rolls a d6, and one of these 5 objective markers effectively become active. If a 6 is rolled, they all become active. And then I believe the number that's rolled is 2 points for that objective marker. So, Ross, kick us off. Talk us through your deployment.
Quite aggressive, mate, as you'd expect from High Fleet Behemoth. They're really all about munching biomass. That's what we like, that sort of thing.
Aren't we all, Ross? Aren't we all?
That sort of thing.
Hello, sir. Toxic sacks, munching biomass.
Blood Angel is on the menu. We like a bit of that.
Nerd smack talk. Yes.
So, yeah, basically forward lines and everything. A couple of units of G-Steelers obviously going to pile up the board. Interestingly, he's deployed, he's deployed very well. He's deployed out of reasonable range of the G-Steelers. I'm not cracking, so I don't have that naughty stratagem, sadly. But as I say, most of us in the range of the Malin Throat, we're going to pile up the board, hopefully hold 4 objectives at the end of this turn, in my estimation. But we'll see how it goes. But as I say, yeah, quite aggressive. Malin Throat there, trying to give the bubble to as many as he can. As I say, deployment that you'd expect.
And sorry, talk about deployment. It is the diagonal jobby.
Vanguard.
12 inches off.
Vanguard strike. Yeah.
Sorry, I should have said that to start
Yeah.
with. I'm going to see how many sexual analogies we can get in.
Yeah.
Euphemism, sorry, for the
I can get a few in.
your Tyranids.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
sure about that.
Mr. Danvers, Sleepy Danvers, Sleepiest Danvius.
That's the thing, is it?
Yes, it's now a thing. Talk us through it, buddy.
And firstly, before we begin, can you talk us through why you're called Sleepy Dammers?
Oh, it's a very boring story.
It's not.
Effectively,
Definitely not.
we went to no retreat and Tom went to bed at 7 o'clock. So your deployment.
That was it.
Your deployment, Tom.
I hid in the corner, as far away from all the talons as I can.
I thought you were still talking about no retreat for a second there.
A nice cheesy screen in a big long line.
Filth.
Combat squatted.
Combat squatted?
Yeah.
You've got combat squats.
Combat squatting.
Excellent.
That's what these little squats. The tactical marines, 5 are in the flyer in the Storm Raven, along with the Furioso, and the other 5 are here. And there's scouts here screening. I put the Terminators on the board because I want lots of guns shooting as early as I can.
Yep.
Lieutenants in the middle here.
Yep.
Scout bikers doing some screening and ready to move out.
Yep.
Sanguinary Guard up here. Just because it kind of looked cool, but now I realise that they might be a good smite target for Ross's Psychers, which was probably a bad idea, but they do have their 5 up Feel No Pain, so at least they are going to help be not totally destroyed, hopefully. Cheeky guide scouts over here as well, just to make Ross decide where, you might want to go and waste some time nomming on them, but at least that way they'll keep them away from my line a bit And the captain's off the board as well in Deep Strike.
So there's rumours abound in the mean streets of North Kent that you are not going to attempt to seize, sir.
That's right, I think.
You mad bastard.
It's looking like I'm going second. If I seize, I'll have to move everything to get within bolter range. And I figure, for very rarely am I the shootiest army, so I'm just going to stand here.
You don't steal initiative on Tyranids, so
No,
that's just not the done thing.
Yeah, and also the scoring is at the end of the battle round.
So just say,
There are benefits to go second this mission, definitely.
Ross did win the roll. Oh, he lost the roll, but he deployed first, and there we are. So we'll be back in a second for the end of the Tyranids movement trays. Just before we head into Ross's movement phase, we have got a roll to see which objective is active. Hit me, brother. Hit me, brother.
That's a 1. Get him in early.
Centre of the table.
Bang in the middle of the table.
Right.
Boom.
There we go.
All right.
So Ross has moved. Talk us through it, big man.
Yeah, so we've moved up. Obviously, we're trying to hold as many objectives as we can. Obviously, we've got a whole unit of Gene Stealers within Objective 1, which is also always quite handy. We fancy this unit for first strike at the moment. We've got some guns and we've got some Gene Stealers that can charge them. So we quite fancy killing those scouts. We've tried to keep as much as we can in the Malin-Throat bubble, but we'll have to wait and see how effective that is. Obviously, at the moment, we're holding 4 objectives, although that one's currently contested. But we also have the main objective there for 2 in the middle. So I think it'll be quite difficult for Tom to get rid of that unit.
Tom will be the judge of that.
We'll see. I've tried to screen out as best I can from the Smash Captain, but of course he's got that annoying 9-inch. What's it called? Wings of Fire or something along those lines. That you can just chuck himself anywhere for 9 inches. I've tried to.
Off the board this turn, but
I've tried to protect the characters a bit from any of that shenanigans. But that's our movement.
How many CPs you got, mate?
13, mate. 2 battalions.
Tom?
9, but I'm down to 8 because I've got an extra relic.
Actually, that's true.
Any pre-game?
I too have an extra relic, yes. So I've gone for my 2 relics. One is on my Warlord, which are the Maw Claws of Thyrax, which basically means that the minute he kills anything, I think it's a character, or might be anything at all, in combat, he rerolls all hits thereafter. And the other one is the Scythes of Tyran, which one of my Hive Tyrants has, which is +1 strength and does extra hits on 6s.
Beautiful. Right you are.
Awesome. Now, controversially, normally at this point you would activate the Hive Commander, start the shooting phase, although we're going to come on to Psychic first, but I'm not going to activate Hive Commander.
Do you know what you're doing in the Psychic phase? We go straight into it, or would you like
we can go straight to Psychic.
Yep.
No problems at all. So the Swarm Lord going to cast Catalyst on the Gene Stealer unit. Needs a 6, and he gets it on a 6. Okay.
Classic Ross luck.
He's going to cast Onslaught on the Carnifex, or the Thornback. Needs a 6, and that is also a 6. Okay, so that basically means that the Thornback can advance and shoot his weapons as if he hadn't moved. So he still hits on 3s because he's got enhanced senses.
Sounds good. Shooting phase. Do you want some thinking time?
Shooting phase, no, mate. It's not going to be a big shooting phase because I haven't got much to shoot. The only thing in this army that can shoot is the Thornback. What I will say is that obviously to start the shooting phase, you'd normally use Hive Commander.
Yep.
I'm not going to use Hive Commander because I can't actually gain any benefit from it.
Yep.
All I'll end up doing is putting Gene Stealers in range of bolt guns. I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, no worries. So into Ross's shooting phase. Ross, what are you doing, mate?
So the Thornback with enhanced senses, which gives him a ballistic skill of 3, has advanced but has had Onslaught cast on it, so he's still hitting on 3s. So we're firing into those scouts in cover. Okay, so we have 12 shots because we have two Devourers.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
All but 2.
All but 2.
Nice.
3 in fact.
All but 3.
Oh, that was 2. What was that?
That was fine. Yeah, it's all
cool.
but 2. Yep.
And then we're winning on 3s because strength 6.
Yep. What's the AP on it, mate?
No AP.
No
3, 6, 8.
2 ups? What's
4 up in cover, so
3 up?
minus, did you say?
No minus.
Okay, sorry. How many did you say?
8.
Sorry. So 1's left alive.
1 dude left.
Yeah.
Cool.
End of your shooting phase?
That's the end of the shooting phase. Obviously the Flesh Borers are only sort of short range, so they're nowhere near anything that can shoot. So end of the shooting phase.
Okay. Do you want us in a second for
Charge phase.
Ross's charge phase?
The
And we'll be
charge
back
phase-
in.
The charge phase doesn't require much thought.
Okay.
It's literally the Gene Stealer's just going to go into that last scout to finish
Okay.
that scout off.
Let's do it.
Obviously, I am looking at probably an inch to there, 3 up and 1 on. So I'd say it's probably a 5-inch charge.
Yeah, let's roll for it.
Yep. Which is going to be fine. I can pile in, so I'm going to
Okay,
get a good
so
series
we'll
of
do the
that.
rest off camera and come back in a second.
Exactly.
So Tom rolled Snake Eyes on his 2 Overwatch shots, so killed nothing. And there's 3 Gene Stealers in his face, with the rest daisy chained back to get the buff from, what is it?
A combination of things, mate. The Brood Lord and the Malonthrope.
Okay.
Yeah. So these guys obviously are within Brood Lord range, so they're going to get +1 to hit, so they're going to hit on 2s.
Yeah.
They are more than 10 in the unit, so they get +1 attack. They start with base 3, so they're going to get 4 attacks per.
Yep.
So there's 12 attacks.
Yep.
And they're hitting on 2s. That's a few ones. Yeah. So you're
Fairly sure it's going to be enough.
Yeah,
though.
Nah, he's going to be fine.
your toughness 3. 4, toughness 4. So I'm going to be wounding you on 4s, but 6s are going to kill you basically. Yeah, so 6s, obviously because they're rending claws, you won't get a save against those.
Cool. So that's first strike
that is-
and
that
a
is
dead
first
scout,
strike. Yeah.
and that is the end of your turn, sir.
Indeed, I'm
So we shall join you at the end of.
I'll jump back down again. With
Sure.
Consolidation move.
Fine.
Closer to the nearest unit. which is
Yeah,
the,
makes sense.
the guard.
And we'll join you in a couple of seconds for the end of Tom's movement phase.
Right.
Tom has completed his movement phase in turn 1. So Tom, talk us through it.
Okay, so I shuffled the line forward a little bit, so at least 1 unit of Steelers is in range of the Sunbolters. Not many of them are, but hopefully Ross won't pull from the front because the front ones are the ones holding the objective.
Yep.
And then I've done a cheeky Hail Mary with this Talon. I've dropped him in just 1 inch. There's just enough space to get him 1 inch away from everything, but closest to the Malonthrope. In my experience, this guy is such a, he does such a good job of keeping this stuff alive. The -1 to hit on all these units is a real nightmare. So it's unlikely it's going to work because I'm terrible at shooting, but if I can snipe him, that would really help my battle plan.
Cool. Are you happy to go straight into psychic phase, or?
Yeah, so these guys have stayed still,
Yep.
and everything else. These guys advanced. If you're wondering how they got that far, they've got a 22-inch move when they advance because they automatically advance 6 inches. And yeah, I can go straight into my psychic phase. The psychic here, Librarian Dreadnought's going to cast Wings of Sanguinius.
Yep.
It's a 5, and I don't get it. I think
Reroll.
I must CP it because I kind of need that to happen.
Yep.
So just.
Yep.
And then he does an automatic 12-inch move, which will bring him up here somewhere. There, just need to be.
You've definitely got more range to play with if you wanted it. That was about, yeah.
Put in there, I'll double check in a sec.
Yep.
And that's okay. I'll also try and manifest Unleash Rage on, I guess, this tactical squad. Just
Yep.
why not? It does go off, and that just gives them +1 attacks.
+1 attacks on that scout unit there.
Oh, the tactical squad.
Oh, sorry,
just,
the tactical squad, yeah.
I mean, they'll probably get killed. Well, whatever comes up to eat them, but just in
That's
case they
not
don't,
the
you never know.
attitude. Not the attitude, Tom. Okay, so we will be back in a second for the start of Tom's shooting phase. So here we go. Start of Tom's shooting phase.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is shoot the Storm Talon on the off chance he kills the Malonthrope, which
Yep.
will then make it easier to kill
Yep, so everything in?
Everything into the Malonthrope,
Yep.
yeah. So the Las, hitting on 4s. I'm going to CP 1.
Yep.
Hits. Wounds on
One
3.
hit and it wounds.
No save, d6 damage. 4
Nice,
wounds.
take that. Take that.
Down to 5. Can your Salt Cannon do the business? That's the $1 million question.
Yeah, that's it. So
4.
Doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. Yep.
pretty good.
And wounding on.
3s.
Wounding on 3s.
That's good, but
Less good. 4.
okay.
4, so you can't kill
Going
it.
to live. I get 6s. I make 2. 2 more wounds.
Nicely done.
Down to 3.
So next up, Tom.
Yeah, so that failed. Almost killed the Malonthrope, but didn't. So everything else, so I'll do the Storm Raven next. The heavy weapons that can hit will shoot the
Stormlord.
Swarmlord.
Swarmlord, sorry.
The bolters and the melters will go into these Gene Stealers because that's what they're in range of.
Yep.
So Those are the hurricane bolters. They're not within rapid fire range, obviously. Hitting on 4s.
4 again.
And I can re-roll because we're lieutenant.
Nice.
Nicely done.
5 wounds.
Yeah.
Yep, on the John Steelers.
Yeah.
So I get 5 up lightning reflexes save, which I make 3. And I get catalyst, because obviously these are 2 pains, 5 ups.
Not obvious
Makes
to me.
another 1, so 1 dies.
So I'll do the melter now into the same unit.
Right.
1 hit. And 1 wound.
Into the G-Steelers?
Yep.
5 up. No. And D6 damage. That's a lot of damage on 1 G-Steeler. Needs a lot of 5s and 6s. He did.
Okay, now the last into the big guy.
Swarmlord.
Swarmlord.
1 hit.
Hit.
Another 3. 4 up invulnerable save. Fails. Damage. 5. Ouch. Ouch.
Nice. And then 2 Stormstrike missiles, on 4s.
Nice.
Hits. Toughness of that guy.
6.
Wing on 3s. 1.
Damage.
Flat 3. So minus
AP,
3.
AP minus 3. So 4 up in man. Makes that. With a 5.
Can't keep up
Right,
with
that's
these
the
dice
shooting
rolls.
from the Storm Raven. Okay, next thing to shoot. The only thing in range that didn't advance is these 5 tactical marines.
Correct.
Of which probably only the front 3 are in range, so I'll just do 3 shots. 2 hits. Probably rolling for the lieutenant.
Yes.
1.
1 wound. Lightning reflexes. 5 up. No. Catalyst. 5 up. Yes.
Do you know what we do next?
I think that's everything I can shoot, because everything else is out of range. Oh
Any-
no, I beg your pardon. Got a cheeky sniper in this squad.
Yes, never
This
forget
hero.
him.
Naughty.
Yeah, so I'm going to shoot him at the Swarmlord. Because why not?
Do it.
I've got a good feeling
No, he's not.
about this.
He's going to get a shotgun next game.
Any charges? No.
No.
So that concludes round 1.
Yep.
So, quick summary.
Yeah, obviously that was a bit of a mistake from me. They're leaving the Malanthrope open to a flyer.
Got away with it.
But he got away with it a little bit. Slightly, the last cannons were the big things. But I've scored 4 points there, and that's a 5, actually 5 including first strike. So that's a good first turn for the Tyranids, as expected. But as I say, the Hive Tyrants to come in shortly.
Tom?
Yeah, I was hoping that guy would die. Would have made my life a bit easier.
What? Ross?
Yeah, and his That's it, yeah.
All right, mate. Keep it light.
Right. Join us shortly at the end of Ross's movement phase at Battle Round 2. Actually, do you want to roll for...
It's your turn, sir.
I think it's always the person... It's always you, buddy.
We can check.
Are we sure?
Yeah. No,
We'll check.
I'm confident.
You're confident. You're confident. It's always the turn for... Okay, fair enough. Seesaw.
6. So all of them are active.
All of them are active.
So all are worth 2 points for Battle Round 2. And we will join you now in a couple of moments.
Nice.
So turn 2, end of Ross's movement phase. Talk us through it, Ross.
Yeah, so I think the big story is that the 2 big boys have come down. The 2 Hive Tyrants are in business. The Warlord Hive Tyrant has got his eyes on the Storm Talon, 9 inches away there, sort of staring him down. If he makes it in, obviously he's got adrenal glands and an 8-inch re-rollable charge, so you'd hope on average he'd make that. Then the other Tyrant's come in, he's gone for a super aggressive move against the Bikers, hopefully supported by some G-Steelers fairly shortly. But his primary target really is that flyer to try and make a sort of 10 or 11-inch charge into them. Into that ideally would be ideal. Try to keep as much as I can inside the Malanthrope bubble for that -1 to hit, which is great. I'm just slightly nervous about how that Smash Captain is going to come in and how much carnage he's going to wreak. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But otherwise, we're sitting on 4 objectives, and it's up to Tom to try and push me off those. So that's movement.
See you in a second for Psychic phase. So over to Ross's Psychic phase. What are you doing, mate?
Just before we crack on with the Psychic phase, just a slight addendum to the end of the movement phase. I want to use a stratagem called Rapid Regeneration. It's going to give one of my characters, or really any model, D3 mortal wounds back. I'm going to do that on my Swarmlord for 2 CP. So he's going to regenerate D3 mortal wounds. D3 mortal wounds?
I was going to say,
D3. He's going to regenerate just the 1, sadly. So it's
and that's back on your Swarmlord.
So he's up to 8.
Okay.
Alright, so we move on to the Psychic phase. We're going to start with the Swarmlord. He's going to do the Horror into the Storm Raven, which basically means it's -1 to hit, which goes off on a 9. So the Raven's -1 to hit.
I think I will try and deny this one.
Okay. No. Cool. So the horror goes off. He's going to do Catalyst into the Gene Stealer unit. On a 6. That goes off as well. And now he's going to do. He will do a smite into the Raven, because that's the nearest model. That goes off on a 7, so it will do D3 mortal wounds to the Raven. Talon. Just the 1.
Down to 9.
Down to 9. Okay. We move on. We'll go on to this type Tyrant here. He's also going to do a smite into the Talon, obviously. This is going to need to be cast on a 6 now, because he's done it before. That's a fail. He's going to do Psychic Scream, which is basically the same thing, but that's cast on a 5. That goes off on a 6, and does another D3, which is 2. Okay, so there's 3 more wounds on that. The Broodlord is going to do a smite, because he might as well.
Who on, mate?
On
the fly, yep.
That goes off on an 8, does another D3, 2 more.
Plinky plink.
Blinky blink.
Okay. Drop. Pilot's got a headache.
Cool. And the last chap here, the only thing he can do is a smite, because the other powers he has have already been cast or attempted. So he's going to do another smite, which actually is going to be cast on a 7. That's a fail. So that's the end of the psychic phase.
Thank you, Ross. Over to your shooting phase in 2 seconds.
Indeed.
Return to Ross's shooting phase.
Yes, so start of the shooting phase, I have activated the Hive Commander ability on the unit of Gene Stealers there that have charged forward. Obviously the objective there is to try and sort of tie up as much as they can, kill as much as they can. I'm actually more interested in stopping shooting than I am killing stuff, to be honest, so we'll see how many we can do. So shooting phase, I've only really got a couple of guns.
Yep.
Obviously this chap here is going to just pile his...
So which chap? Shots. Which chap?
The Thornback, mate.
Yep.
The Thornback is going to chuck his Twin Link Devourers with Brain Leech Worms. Brilliant title.
Sounds like a trip to Thailand.
I love that. Some could say the Death are better, but I still like the old...
I've never said that. I don't know what he's talking about.
Someone said. But I'm going to go into the Scouts just hit.
Down hither. Right.
Okay, so we have 12
Roll it, brother.
shots.
Roll it, brother.
Hit on 3s.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, every time.
Man down.
Cheeky high Tyrant doesn't want to stand up.
Just stole an inch there. Moved it forward an inch. Yeah.
And we are Scouts up as 4, so 3s.
All but 2.
That many armor saves, my friends. That's 6, 7.
What do you need?
4s.
Fours.
No minus.
4s to live.
Oh.
3 dead.
4 dead.
4 dead.
Cool.
I kind of want to leave my little...
Sorry, I'm running your way here, aren't I? There's some bird's eye action.
Cool.
What's next, buddy?
Just going to, for the sake of argument, chuck 10 Flesh Borers into the Storm Talon, because we might as well.
Yep.
So 4, 6, 8, 10 shots. Now, these are going to be hitting on 5s. We have that many. That's not a bad roll.
He's quite good at rolling dice, isn't he, Ross?
That's,
quite good at rolling dice.
We need 5s again. None. That's how good I am at rolling dice.
Cursed him. I cursed him.
Not a sausage.
Sorry,
not
mate.
a sausage.
The laws of probability reassert themselves.
Yeah. Anything else? So that is the end of Ross's shooting phase. And the serious phase is coming up next.
Yeah, the business end of the turn's coming up now.
The start of Tyranids charge phase. What's happening, Ross?
This is a ballsy move. The Warlord Hive Tyrant is going into the Talon. So I'm hoping we're gonna whip some Overwatch, Tom. So fire away, buddy.
2 hits with your sock cannon.
You've forced to win.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
-1.
First one. I have 4 up invulnerable saves. Fail on both, so it takes 2 wins. Down to 10. 2 last guns.
That's 2 6s, please.
No, 2 5s. Cool. So I have Adrenal Glands. So I have +1 to this charge, and I'm re-rolling because of Hive Fleet Behemoth. So I do an 8-inch charge, re-rolling. Doesn't need it. He gets in on a 9, or a 10 in fact, because it gives +1 to the charge. So I shall move him in. Okay. We will then charge in the Gene Stealers down there into the Bike Squad, the Tactical Marine Squad, and the Lone Scout.
Okay, so a bunch of Overwatch coming up. This is the shots from the Scout Bikers. Bolters first.
4.
4.
2 wins. So I have lightning reflex saves, 5 ups, and catalyst. So I fail those, and I have catalyst. Failed code.
What's catalyst? 6.
5 up.
5 up.
5 up, failed pain.
And then going on to the shotguns from the scout fighters. Nothing there. This is the tactical marines. Just the one.
4s? No. Okay. So obviously, these guys don't have any +1s. They don't have any of that shenanigans, but they still get a double 1, a snake eyes charge. Now that will get them in to the bikers, but I'm going to re-roll one of those for a CP. Or am I? Because I think I can still get in. 2 seconds. No, I can still get in there on a 2. So actually, I'm going to leave that as is.
Okay.
I'll move those in a second.
Yeah. Should we come back to you?
We'll come back in a sec.
Okay, what's up next, Ross?
So after the Gene Stealers have moved in there, just about, and we're going to use the Hive Tyrant there with the massive Sliving Talons going into the Storm Raven gunship. Bit risky, but.
And you need a 9 because you're +1.
I need a 9 because I've got Adrenal Glands. I am Behemoth, so I'm re-rolling a 9-inch charge there to get into the flyer. Just like a basic charge, really. But there's an awful lot of Overwatch coming up.
Do you want to do it off camera, on camera? Let's
we'll do the bolts off camera.
Let's do the bolts off camera, yeah. So Tom's rolled for his little shots off camera, did nothing.
Okay,
now for the las cannons.
Yeah, las cannons. 1 hit.
Nice.
1 wound.
4 up invulnerable save.
Ooh.
Fails. D6 damage. 5 wounds.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So that's
Round of the multi-melters.
So he's got more.
Got more.
He's got more.
No. Missiles. Nothing.
No.
So it's down to 7.
So you need a 9, sir.
I do need a 9, sir. That is a fail. I can re-roll the charges. High Fleet Behemoth. That's a fail. That's problematic. That is a problem, people.
Is that the end of your charge phase?
Yes, it is.
So back into Starship Trooper phase.
Starship Trooper, indeed, yeah. So the Warlord Hive Tyrant with the sides of Tyran. Why not?
It just rolls off the tongue, isn't it? All these fancy names.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Lovely. It's lovely. Oh, we like those.
Yes.
We have 5 cheeky attacks because we have 4 base +1 for the sides.
Okay.
We are hitting on 2s because we're a Hive Tyrant.
But of course
we're an absolute boss. We hit every time. That's how we roll. We are strength 8, so we're wounding on 3s. I'm going to use a cheeky CP here to re-roll the wounds. I think it's called something along the lines of Monstrous Hunger or something similar. So we are wounding on 3s. We're rolling 1s. Doesn't matter. We wound every time. Now, the 6s do extra stuff. So we'll do that one separately.
Sure.
Because they have, I think I gave this guy toxin sacks. So you have 4 -3s.
6s.
Okay, so it's dead anyway. It doesn't even need the 6 because that's 9 wounds.
Does it blow up? It doesn't.
It fizzles.
It fizzles.
Fizzles away.
It fizzles away. The Hive Tyrant does its job.
What's up next?
Cool. Now we're going to do some Gene Stealers. I'm going to load up the dice. There's a lot of attacks to come there. I'm going to split some attacks and I'll come back to you.
Okay, mate. We shall join you in a sec. So the Gene Stealers charged in, killed 2 tactical marines, a scout, and 1 bike, and in return, Tom killed 3 Gene Stealers, and that ends Ross's turn.
Yes, it does.
And we'll be back in a second at the end of Tom's movement. So Tom has completed his Battle Round 2 movement phase. Talk us through it, Tom.
Okay, so the 2nd Tactical Squad and the Furiosa jumped out of the Storm Raven, which then flew over there. He's went over there to be near Slammy to get the reroll 1s to hit.
Slammy in, slammy in.
He's over there, yeah, at the end of the movement phase. So I'm going to jump down my captain. Hopefully, going to smack the big guy with the wings. My plan is to try and get rid of the flying things so that the Storm Raven is less easy to destroy.
Yeah.
Bottom smites.
It's a good plan.
Tiny bit of shooting.
It's a good plan.
Yeah, all these flamers are in range of the Gene Stealers, which is good because I'm struggling to hit them with all the, with the
Buffets
ropes and all that kind of jazz. Librarian moved here. The Sanguinary Guard jump down just to lend their bolters.
From down.
Yeah,
to
from
there.
down here. Also means that a few more of these units can get a 5-up Fiona Pain if they start getting munched. And that is my movement phase.
Good man.
So
Straight to psychic. You alright with that?
Wings of
Yeah.
Psychic. So I will cast Wings of Sanguinius again on the Librarian Dread.
Okay.
You are subject to shadow in the warp, sir. So
I
you
am.
are -1.
Oh.
That's 5.
6. It goes off, but only just, and you will get to deny it.
I am going to try and deny that.
I'm wondering if I want it.
Oh, hello.
I'm wondering if I want to
thinking
I'm
about
gonna
it.
command point this just to get
Cheeky.
it a bit higher.
Oh, no, he's failed. He's now failed the
That was really stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah. But never mind. What's up next?
Okay, so I'll do Unleash Rage on. I think I'll do it on the Furiosa.
Yep.
On the Malice. It does go off, but only on a 6.
Okay. And that gives him.
+1 if it doesn't get denied.
It goes off on a 5, does it?
At 6.
Of
course,
-1
it
shadow
failed.
in the warp.
Beg
So
your
it'll be
pardon, so it
5.
failed.
It's going right. The psychic phase, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Shadow in the warp can turn up and be really useful when it wants to be.
Any other psychic?
No, that's it.
Okay. So we shall be back in a second for the shooting phase. Rolled for the bolter shots from the Storm Raven into the Termagants, and he wiped them out. Good bit of rolling. So they're now off that objective. And the big guns.
Big guns are all going into this flying hive tyrant.
Yep. What are you doing first?
I'll do the lads first. It's falls to hit though because of the horror.
-1, yep.
Oh,
Nice shooting.
3s. Oh, it's big.
Nice.
4 for vulnerable saves. Makes them both. It's big.
And then multi-matter.
Oh, it's hit again.
Hitting all right this time.
3s.
2.
Oh, another 2. Everything's hitting wounded. 2 more 4-ups. Oh, it makes 1 go through. 2d6, pick the highest. 4 wounds.
And then the missiles.
Yep.
They do not hit.
Some solid saves there. Ross has kept him in the game.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 4-ups was important there.
So over to the Furiosa.
Yeah, all right, I'll start there. So, Frag Cannon and the Heavy Flamer are both going into this guy.
Yep.
The flying hive tyrant. So this is the
That's a nice
2d6
shot. That's a nice
also
shot.
hits from the Frag Cannon.
Yep.
For 9.
Oh,
Decent.
we don't like that.
And it's strength 6 and toughness 6, so
4s.
Re-rolling the 1s because of the lieutenant who's standing next to him. So that is 5 at -1.
5 wounds. So it's 4s. Armours and invulns all the same here. So 4s. Oh, it's nasty.
4 go through.
4 is down to 3 left.
Okay, so the flamer, heavy flamer. 4 shots.
5s needed.
2.
2. Rerolls 1s.
Yeah.
That's 2 more. 4s again. Oh, this is grim. He's got 1 left.
Okay.
1 left.
So
Screaming in pain.
it's averaged out.
These toxic ball sacks or whatever they are
Not helping him.
melting.
Toxic ball sack.
I don't know. Yeah, I swear you make these things up.
That's what you got. Combi Plasma.
Yep.
From Nazario. The lieutenant's going to try and finish the job.
Overcharge?
Oh.
I love the way he just dropped in his name casually then.
Yeah.
You know Lazario.
Yeah.
Definitely overcharge.
Not going to overcharge.
Don't.
Not going to
He-
do it.
you've lost
It's
him that
madness.
way before.
One,
got
wound,
one
it's
wound
one
left.
wound left. Isn't
That
it?
path lies madness.
Absolutely no need. Go for
So
it.
2 shots.
Yep.
1 hit. Re-rolls for himself.
Any wounds?
Plasma, yeah, wounds. So 4 if I'm safe. Oh, makes it.
Ooh, boo.
So some outrageously pretty shooting now.
Yeah, and Andrew's bolt guns.
Look at the wings.
Sanguinary Guard.
Look at the wings on
Oh,
them.
they give me nightmares looking at those, thinking of how much took the pain.
Well, they give
Oh,
me
well,
a
they-
semi.
Scandalous. Right, so there's 10 dudes. One of them's the ancient, but he's got the same gun and the same ballistic skill.
Yep.
So 2 shots each.
-1.
Your
Jog
warlord.
on.
Your warlord now.
20 shots. Depending on falls.
Oh. That's about average, to be fair. That's great. Actually,
Slightly
that's
better.
a bloody good roll. Quite close.
What do you need? 4s.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Rerolls.
No lieutenant near there?
Nope. No.
No.
-1, but it doesn't matter
Oh.
for Gene Stealers.
6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One's taking a knee.
That's disgusting. Okay, we need 5.
Oh god, hold on.
Oh,
Oh god.
doesn't
Oh,
matter.
no.
That's a horrific roll. Not a single one. Catalyst. Oh, that's a horrible roll. Way below average. That is 7 dead.
That's what we like to see.
Yes. So we're going for some scouty shooty
Scout bikes.
to try and finish off the Gene Stealers, I believe.
Yeah, we've got 2 Gene Stealers left. to get
20
through.
shots, hitting on
16.
16 shots. What are we hitting on?
Fours.
Fours. That's why they're not Asartes yet.
Yeah, they're, you know, being slackers.
They are.
No, you know, proper Space Marines, I mean.
Right, so
2.
Dos.
Do the scouts do it? Ooh, not quite.
Oh, they live.
Nice.
They love it. Jog on, Scout. Get back to
Okay,
the training
go
centre.
straight into the Terminators, who have got strong bolters.
It's a
Actually,
lot.
beg your pardon, I'm going to shoot the shotguns from these guys as well into the. Because I forgot to do that. So 2 shotguns from the other non-sergeant scout bikers.
Yep.
Oh,
That's better.
Oh, hit.
They didn't like the non-Astartes jibe there.
Sorry, yeah, no, that was scandalous of
They're
me.
within 6 of this guy, so it will be strength 5, so 3s.
Oh, 4.
Yes.
Wow, that's
That
outrageous.
showed me, didn't it?
Didn't it?
We're in trouble, people. We're in trouble. No, we're not. Got one left.
So spawny.
Okay, so now the Terminators will have to do it. They're still just in range of that last one over there.
Are they? They are.
I did pre-measure it.
Damn you! Oh, shoot me.
The first company, show the scouts how it's done.
How many shots did
maybe.
you have then?
20.
All right.
Oh!
Not so great, but
4, 5,
4,
5. Probably dead. Probably dead. Oh dear. Needs 3 5s and 6s. Oh, he nearly tried. Only just.
Nearly.
Only just. Unit destroyed.
Alright, I'll now try and
Upsetting.
finish this guy off.
No, we won't die. He's going to make all his saves.
Foolishly put the heavy flamer at this end, so he's out of range.
Good work. Good
work.
skills. Good skills.
But I'll do this unit into this guy.
Tactical Marines into
Yeah.
the hive turret.
So I'll start with the flamer.
Yep.
5 auto hits.
Oh, it's good rolling.
3.
It's good rolling, that is. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so you've not been charged, so you can't even lash out. I can lash out. You can lash out.
Hold on, what does that mean? Talk the viewers through lashing out.
Sorry, mate. No, it's
Explodes.
called death throws.
Okay, right. So it's basically
like
explodes.
He lashes out with his tail and
Right.
goes.
It explodes.
He explodes. He doesn't.
But he doesn't.
because he doesn't want it. In fact, didn't fancy it.
So that would have been CPage. You would have had to pay CPs to make him do the death throws.
No, it's like explodes
Right.
on a 6. He does it.
Oh, so sorry, I didn't see you roll. Okay.
So no, I failed that. So he didn't,
Okay, nicely done.
didn't do much.
Hive Tyrant down. Do you know what
Hive
you're doing
Tyrant down.
next? Would you like me to come back?
Come back.
What's happening next?
Okay, so my charge phase, turn 2. I'm actually going to just do 1 charge because I know how much CPs Ross has left, so he can interrupt with whatever whatever I'm not attacking with. I'm going to use 2 CP for Descent of Angels. Is it the one where you roll 3d6?
Yep.
Like he doesn't know.
Right, he doesn't know that.
So it's a 3d6 charge into the big flying hive turret.
Plenty.
Oh, just about makes it.
Yeah.
Plenty.
In he goes.
All right.
So Captain Anton Malio, I'm guessing that's his name. Is that his name?
Well, good guess.
Yeah, nice. Has made his charge.
Yeah, so he hasn't got the back rage, so he has 4 attacks base plus shock assault. I'm going to use another stratagem for 1 CP called Red Rampage, which gives me D3 extra attacks for 3.
Nice. This is very nasty for the high
So-
he doesn't like this.
8 attacks. He's got a Thunderhammer, so
What are you
he's
rolling?
hitting on 3s.
Oh, I see every time.
Nice.
This is very bad.
And then he'll be wounding on 2s because he's a Blood Angel.
Oh wow, hit and
That's
wounded
100%.
every single mark.
With an extra 3 as well.
Cheeky.
Ouch. How many was that? 8 wounds. That can't have gone a lot better, Tom. Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you, mate.
What are these saves going to be like?
4 up in vulnerable saves. Oh wow, so he's
It's all
not bad, but
He
he's still
says,
dead.
oh wow, that's
He's
not
still
bad,
dead.
but yeah, okay.
So that's 9 wounds. He's very dead. Right, first thing, does he lash out?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so he is dead, and Ross, I believe you are
Using a cheeky strategy.
going to
mate.
use a cheeky
Yeah, I'm
strategy.
using death throws or death frenzy. or something
So
like
he's hitting him back.
He is hitting him back, yes, with the Science of Tehran. So we're hitting on 2s, rerolling
Rerolling
1s.
ones.
We don't need him. We have a 6 though, which is an additional hit. which can reroll ones, which hits. We are then wounding on 2s because we're strength 8, because we're +1 strength to the sides. We don't actually get any 6s at all, so we're actually on this occasion just rolling 6 3-up invulnerable saves cards. So that's currently 6 damage.
How many wounds?
I will CP reroll 1 because I wanted to live.
And he lose.
Takes 3 wounds.
Cool. And yeah, he doesn't have the black rage, so he doesn't get his 6 up feeling no pain.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I will pile into these guys, obviously.
It's a nice t-shirt you got on there. So just to recap then, that battle round battle round 2 is now over. Ross, start with you. Quick recap, my friend.
Yeah, that was actually a very good turn from Tom. He's killed a lot there. 2 hive tyrants, a whole unit of gene stealers. So that's roughly sort of 700 points killed in a turn. He's done very, very well. That may well have swung it. Obviously, I'm well ahead on the point side of things, but in terms of models on the table,
So you were 6-1, and you hold 3, and they're all active, so 2 points each. So you're on 12. Tom, you hold 1, so you're now on 3. So 12-3 on the score. And you, sorry, just to say, you did pile in, and the Termagants fought back and did nothing. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, so we will join you shortly, battle round 3, with this man's movement phase. We will quickly roll the Thunderball to see which objectives are active in battle round 3. Casually done. And we have a 6 again. Oh dear.
Look at this.
Oh dear.
It's massive. That's actually quite big, mate. That's a good opportunity for Tom. It's not bad at all. That.
Yep. It's good. Open game. Open game.
Tom will be happy with that. Yeah.
Right. Join a second for Ross's movement phase.
Awesome.
So Champs has moved. Where have you moved? What have you moved? What have you brought in?
We've brought in the Trigun Prime. He's turned up with a unit of 10 gene stealers in the tunnel.
You nearly forgot him.
I nearly forgot him. Very close to forgetting him.
I was keeping really
We
quiet.
wouldn't have let him. We wouldn't have let him forget.
I would have. It was naughty.
We absolutely would have, yeah.
They're going to try and absolutely smash the granny out of some Terminators. Not completely sure they'll do that. But
Kiss your mother with them lips.
So, what else are we doing? So we brought a stratagem on.
He's gone to pieces.
Cheeky.
He's gone to pieces.
It's like getting late. Past his bedtime.
I can't stop. Oh,
Right. Start again. So you will have brought these on.
These guys
Termagants.
came in. These guys, cheeky stratagem, bring in a unit of troops that have previously been destroyed.
Yeah, and let's not forget that these are all worth 2 CP for another turn.
Exactly.
So very important move.
I
Yeah.
brought them in just to see
CP?
if they can hold that. They may not, but there's a lot of other distractions on the table. Maybe you will. I still hold that one. And I've moved. I fell these guys back out of combat along a bit, so they're actually holding 5 as well now. So I hold a few objectives. Bit of a key turn this one really. The Smash Captain needs to die, and I'm hoping that the Dread dies and the Chaplain Dread dies as well. But that would be a bit lucky, to be honest. So quite a lot to get lucky with this one. I need to make some charges.
Psychic phase, Champs, what are you doing?
Indeed, we'll just start with a smite. Broodlord into the Chaplain Dread.
Librarian.
Librarian, that's what I meant. Exactly what I meant. Needs a cheeky 5.
Where are you rolling? Down
Would
here, please.
absolutely love a big smite. That's neither. I believe it fails on a 4, doesn't it?
CP? Yeah, smite's 5.
Unless you've got any +1s in that.
So then we move on to the Swarm Lord. He's going to cast the Horror on the Raven. That also fails, and I'm actually going to CP one of those.
And you're down to...
Down to 4.
Down to 4.
That the Horror actually still fails. I'm going to do Catalyst on himself. That is definitely a pass.
That's your last power, isn't it?
No, that's the penultimate power. I believe I've
Big
got
words.
one more.
Big words.
I've got Psychic Scream after that on a 5. Which is a smite, basically.
Yeah.
What does this one do?
That's giving him a feel no pain. The Swarm Lord.
I think I'd rather deny this.
No.
Oh, so close.
It's got a
That's it
psychic
equal
hood.
to...
He's got a Psychic Hood.
Yeah. Librarian Dread
Yeah.
too, weirdly.
Well, that is a deny then.
It's got to be within 12 because he... Yeah. I think it is.
So
I'll
that
double check,
becomes an
but-
11, does it?
It's +1 to deny.
If he's got a
Yeah,
Psychic
yeah,
Hood,
yeah,
then
yeah.
that's a deny.
Okay, we'll assume it's denied, and then Tom's going to check off camera. So what else, mate?
It's just a psychic scream on a 5, which goes off on a 7 and does D3 on the Raven. 2.
2 on the Raven.
Cool. Can your librarian deny 2 or just 1?
Just 1.
Just 1. Okay, so take 2 wounds on the Raven, so we're down to 10.
Okay. Shooting phase, do you want some time or shall we go straight into it? I'm guessing you haven't got much shooting.
I haven't got, as you say, I haven't got a lot of shooting, mate, but I'm going to firstly chuck this guy into that unit there.
So, yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 6. Okay. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Obviously, he's got enhanced senses.
Obviously.
Cool. And then he wounds on 3s. Oof. That's 6 wounds. 6 armor saves.
I love it.
Loves it. Cool. This guy here is going to chuck his toxin banks into these guys here.
Yep.
Perfect. So these hit on 4s. That's a pretty miserable roll. And they're going to wound on 3s, strength 5. Cool. And these are at -1.
For us. 2 die.
Indeed.
Silly 1 wound Marines.
Yep.
Who runs those?
That is the extent of the shooting.
This guy. Okay,
Right.
we shall come back in a moment
Lots of charges.
to do lots of charges.
Cool.
So charge phase, we've just done some Gene Stealers into slamming. They made it in on a 10. Nothing in Overwatch. What's up next, Russ?
We're going to chuck the Broodlord into the Librarian Dread.
So, Melter? Nothing.
So 2.
I don't think he can fail, but that's an 8 anyway. So he goes in there. That was good. The Swarm Lord is going to charge the other Dread.
Yep, so you made sure he was over 8 inches away, so he's auto-hitting
I
8
really
inch
don't
weapons.
want auto-hitting frag cannon shots.
What else has he got?
Flamer, so
Just,
they're all
okay,
inches,
fine.
yeah.
So he's got nothing. Okay.
Cool.
So you need a 9?
I need an 8.
Need
because
an
I
8.
stayed 8 away, but I actually need a dice roll of a 7, so I got +1 to the charge,
Yep.
and I'm re-rolling the 7.
So re-rollable 7.
Re-rollable 7. That's a 7. He goes in.
There's some epic little duels going on here.
Cool. Then if you want to ready up some Overwatch for your Stormbolters, pal, on your Termies, I'm going to chuck the Trident Primes going into Terminators.
I've got 20 of these dice. So
Let's come back in a moment.
Oh, he's ready. He's ready.
Are you ready to go?
He's
Oh,
ready to go.
sorry,
got
mate.
20
You
of some
did?
dice, mate.
4. 5.
2.
2. 1 save, 1 goes through.
And the,
Yep. Any other Overwatch, pal?
are you just declaring
Just-
charge against
just the
Terminators?
Terminators, just the
No,
Terminators.
just
No.
Stormwatchers.
So, needs a dice roll of an 8. Because he's got Dream Glands. And,
Fairly big.
And he's re-rolling it.
Fairly important.
Oh, it's a fail. Now, the decision now is whether to CP the 3 or take the reroll. I'm going to go for the reroll because it's ballsier.
We like ballsy here.
We do like ballsy. Oh, it's in. Because he gets +1.
Very nice.
God
So-
damn it.
That dude goes in. To
Who was his declared charge at?
the
Just
Terminators only.
Just Terminators.
Cool. And then the Gene Stealers are going to charge the same unit.
Yep.
Okay. They need a dice roll of a 9 because they don't have agreement plans, but it is rerollable. That's rerollable. That's a fail. So the Gene Stealers stay sort of fairly on their own, but they are still in synapse, mercifully. Okay, so that's charge phase done.
So into the fight phase. Ross is doing some checking.
Right, Cheeky Broodlord. Going into the Dread. Hits on 2s.
Where are we going? Over here?
He's hit that many times. 5 times. Wounds on 5s. Top of 7 up again. Wounds on 5s, rerolls the wounds. That's 2 wounds. That's slightly better wounds. Rerolls the wounds. Oh, I needed 1 more there. That's bad. We needed 1 more. So, that one is resolved at AP -6.
So that goes straight through.
Straight through. So that's damage 3 straight off the bat.
That
And then,
feels unnecessary.
and then you have 1 save at 6, assuming you have 3 up armor.
Correct.
No, which does another D3 mortals, which does 2 more.
It's taken 5.
How many left?
3.
3 left. Needed another 5 on that reroll there.
Interrupt.
I'm going to have a think. Can you tell me his toughness is wounds, please?
Wounds 12, toughness 6.
He looks like he should be more than 6. He looks tough.
No, it's not. It's not.
They
do go down.
Does he,
Toughness 6.
does he also degrade, or is he just a sort
He
of...
does degrade.
So I will have a little punt at him with the Terminators, I think.
Okay.
So I'm now
That was always a risk.
1 left. Because the other option is to interrupt with the Furiosa and also Slammy, but they'll both die anyway. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything. But Slammy won't kill enough Gene Stealers to make a difference,
Yep.
and this guy will get obliterated.
I think you've chosen wisely, sir.
Okay. So,
You have chosen wisely.
Great film.
right, so I'll start with the... Are you ready?
I'm very ready.
Yeah.
I've never been so ready, Tom.
I'm starting with the Power Fists from the Terminators.
On 4s.
3 each. 4 4s. Running on 2s. Toughness 7, did you say?
2s.
And rerolling 1s because of the Ancient.
Ouch.
4 house.
That's a nasty
So
round
that's
of
8.
6.
6 ups, is it?
6 ups.
How many? 8 6 ups. I've seen you make them, so.
Oh, he's made 3 though. So that's 5 D3s.
How many wins you got? 8.
12.
12, sorry.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ouch.
So
Major
those good saves from Ross.
Major ouch. Down to 2. That was very nasty, Tom.
Presumably he's pretty impotent now. He's in his bottom bracket. Yeah.
Just a minute. I've also got...
Very much in pain.
There's also a Sergeant who has attacks with a power sword.
Reroll 1s.
No rerolls.
Sergeant.
Oh, sorry.
No,
No, I meant because of.
No, it's the reroll 1s in the wounding.
I'll shut up then.
No wounds. Oh, he's a wound. Back range.
Yeah,
Of course, it's red first. That's 2 wounds.
You did.
Yeah.
So the Stormlord's fighting the Furioso. Ross has rolled thus. Was that 4 hits?
I have,
Yeah.
indeed. Freeze again. Oh, freeze again.
It was 2s first time, I think.
So that's 3 wounds at -3.
6s. Nope.
So that is 9 wounds.
He can't. Does he explode? No. Just crumples into a heap.
Consolidation?
That's bad. No, I'm alright. He's right where he is, mate. Yes.
Anything left to fight?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
your
the
Gene
Gene
Stealers.
Stealers. Yes, the Gene Stealers.
Ooh, this
Right.
looks bad.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a bad day, this guy.
Yeah, so basically going to pile in. That's going to be a lot of attacks, I'll say that much.
I'll tell you what, we'll come back once the rolls are ready to, yeah. So Ross has just rolled his hit rolls against the Slammy.
Like 30 odd attacks, 35 attacks, give or take.
Here come the wounds. What are you wounded on? 3s?
Oh my god, what a horrific roll.
3s?
3s, yeah. It's only 4 wounds out of that. What a minging roll.
So it's the 4s then. Sorry, you said 3s.
But you need to resolve the 6 separately because that's potentially bigger damage.
So it's 4s then, because you said 3s and it's 3s.
It's 4s. It's
4s,
to
okay,
wound.
fine, yeah.
It's strength 4.
Okay, so this is the 3 ups. Dumb shield save against the first thingy.
Takes it, and 3 wounds.
So, I could CP re-roll to keep him alive.
Yeah.
He does.
He survives it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, we're back in the game with Slammy's hits on the Gene Stealers.
Yeah, so 5 hitting on 3s.
3 hits, 2s, and 2 wins.
Lightning reflexes, 5 makes 1. And he didn't get Catalyst on himself, so that's damage.
Just D3. Is this Gene Stealer.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's a Gene Stealer, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I was.
No worries.
So
Just one killed. There we go. Actually, not that one. Definitely not that one.
I'm next.
Okay, so
Libby?
the Librarian Dread not fighting back. He's got 3 base plus shock assaults.
Yep.
Me on 2s. And Windy on 2s. Rerolling because lieutenant. So 3 through -4 on your Broodlord.
Cool. Lightning reflexes. Fails them all.
So 9 damage.
He's dead.
Does he lash out?
No, but he's a character and I will make him fight.
Good shout.
Okay.
So, 6 attacks hit on 2s. All hit. Wounds on 5s. And rerolls the wounds.
3 wounds.
So 6s you need to resolve separately. 6 dash I think you're dead, it goes straight through and it does 3 damage.
Perfect, yeah, he's dead.
Well, not perfect.
It's not perfect for me, I mean, for Ross. Does he blow up?
He does not. Libby down, which is always a shame. Such a beauty.
He did take a head.
He did.
with him.
He
Or
did.
head of the snake, in fact.
Head of the snake. Pretty withering. That is the end of the fight phase. So we go into the end of Blood Angel's movement phase. Where have you gone?
Okay, so Storm Raven flew over here.
Butt up.
Slimy fell back from combat, jumped over the top of this guy here and landed
Yep.
on the objective. And this lone scout biker sergeant also moved onto it.
So just a reminder that all these objectives are worth 2 CP, so plenty still to play for.
The lieutenant moved up here. He's hoping that if the stars align, then you can
Can
somehow
charge and get on. Yeah.
exactly either kill these so they're not there, or try and charge them and hopefully get in. Samurai Guard moved up with the Warlord, looking to take on the Swarm Lord.
Yeah.
Risky, but we'll give it a go. And then the Terminators just edged forward. These tactical Marines went onto this objective, and these Scout Bikers zipped up a little bit further as well.
Yep. Right.
All right, so
Straight to
phase.
shooting?
Yeah, my psych is dead, so he's not playing a part anymore. These Scout Bikers are going to put their shotguns into the Gene Stealers, but then their bolters into that.
Try and shift them from the scoring.
Yeah, exactly. Also, the benefit would be that if I get rid of these guys, then
He can shoot
the
them.
character.
Yeah.
He'll be closer. All right, so 16 bolter shots into those guys.
Yeah, hitting 3s.
Where are the 16 shots come from?
The Bikers.
Wounded on 4s? 5s.
Toughness 3, are
Might be
they?
3s,
Otherwise?
sorry. 3s.
So 5 on
Okay.
and then the shotguns into the Gene Stealers.
2 hit. 1 wound. -1.
Doesn't matter the Gene Stealer. Oh, sorry, that was into the Gene Stealers.
Oh.
Shotguns.
Gribbly back. A genie off. What's up next?
So I made a tactical error. I can't declare this guy with my heavy weapons because those are still there. So even if I kill them with my,
Yes.
hurricane bolters, so that was a foolish thing to do. So I'll put the hurricane bolters into the Gribblies.
Yep.
Termagants. The las and the missiles into this
Yep.
guy, and then the
Swarmlord.
multi-melter into.
Broodlord? Is it Broodlord?
Oh, actually, is he? He's not a character, is he? No. Okay, so yeah, multi-melter into the Thornback.
Carniflex, sorry.
So I'll start with the big guns here.
Yep.
So las. 2 hits.
2 wounds.
2 saves.
And then the missiles. Nothing. And then multi-melters. 2 hits. Oh no, 1 hit because he's within 3 of the line of throw.
1 wound. Go straight through. -4.
So d6 damage. 3. And then the heavy, the bolters.
Shooting at the Gribblies.
Yeah, so it's 24. I've only got 20 of these dice, so I'll just re-roll 4.
Four in the bank.
Just re-rolling these as the 4 extra
Yeah.
ones.
Fairly lucrative.
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
3s.
$10 on those guys there.
Yeah, I did.
Right. Slangunius, he fell back, but he has got the fly keyword, so we'll chuck a crack grenade at the big guy next to him.
Yep.
No, misses.
Beg your
Oh, it hits on, no, it hits on
yeah,
2.
2s, I think so, yeah. So, what's his toughness?
That's a good question.
We shall return in a moment. So that did fail with a crack grenade.
Yep.
What's next, Ross? Tom, even?
So, the scout bike sergeant with his strong bolter and his guns on his bike will
To the Gribblies?
shoot into... Yeah, to the Gribblies. So only this many. So just 2.
Because they're at -1 to hit, yeah. 1 Gribbly dead.
All right. This tactical marine squad will fire everything into these guys. It's the flamer bros because they've all got flamers of varying sorts. So I'll start with the hand flamer.
Yep.
3 also hits. No wounds, I imagine.
I've got 6 or 7.
Yeah, I've no idea what.
Hand flame will be 4 probably. Yeah.
So the normal flamer. 3. Definitely not. And then the heavy flamer. Big 6. So I think that'll be
1.
Yep.
Heavy flame and a shrink 5 and up.
Yeah.
So that's only 1. Saved.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some dice together for that.
Yeah, we'll come back to you in a moment. Okay.
Alright, so the endless bolt guns from this unit and the ancient are gonna go into Stormlord.
In 3s? 2s?
3s. Yeah. Sixes. Or is he toughness 7, did you say?
Toughness, no, he's not toughness 7, I think he's toughness 6.
Oh, really? Okay, so he's...
Yep. 4 wounds. Any minus on the Angelos?
He's toughness 7.
So it would have been...
Sorry to go back a bit. These misses, because they're next to the warlord, they can actually reroll hits, and I always forget that it's all hit, like it's rerolling hits in both phases, in the shooting phase as well. So it's these extra hits.
So 3 more.
That was hits.
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah,
So,
sorry.
yeah.
So
3 more. I was right.
yeah, that's, yeah, very nice. 7 minus 1.
2.
And then the Terminators with their 20 bolter shots, and their storm bolters will go into the Steelers. 6.
The Steelers, yeah?
Yep.
Every single fucking one. 5.
Enjoying yourself, Russ?
Oh, loving life, mate.
And then 2 of these Marines can see the Gene Stealers as well. So they'll do their 4 shots. 3.
There's 2.
Very nice. I'm running out of guns now. Common plasma from the lieutenant. I might as well shoot the plasma bit into this guy.
Yep.
1 hit. 1 wound.
On who, mate?
On the Swarm Lord.
Goes through. Damage.
Just 1, I didn't overcharge. Right, that's the end of my shooting.
Summary?
Shooting's gone alright. Killed those guys off that objective, which was kind of important. And yeah, it's alright.
So we shall come back in a moment after your charge phase.
Charges here.
So there's 2 charges off here, no Overwatch. There was some Overwatch here, but Tom failed a charge spectacularly with 2 ones and had a wound plinked off by the jizz cannons.
So the Sanguinary Guard into him.
Yeah.
I'll do it. 9 inches.
So into the fight phase, Sanguinary Guard attacking the Swarm Lord.
Yep. So
Lots of dice.
27 attacks. These are the first 20.
Yep.
I can reroll the ones who are within 6 of my Warlord, but it's the models, not the whole unit. So
Yep.
if we say that these are the ones that are outside of the...
Yep.
That makes sense. So they're hitting on 4s.
Because they have a ridiculous amount of power fists.
And then the other 7. 1, 2... So these are the ones that can re-roll because they're a bit closer.
Yep.
So it doesn't quite work out, but nearly.
3 rerolls.
Don't do anything anyway. Nearly on 2s.
On 2s.
So, blocks.
How many is that?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
We're going to need some champion saves.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're doing next, or do you need some time? Well, actually, it's
I'll
only
just
down
use
here,
those,
isn't it?
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fails. Nice.
So yeah, I'll do the sergeant first into the Gene Stealers.
Yep.
So 2 Gene Stealers. 1 and then 1. That was the power sword doing it. And then these are the fists.
I'm very happy to say they're there.
Yeah, okay.
This one.
So they can sort of activate and pile in a bit in that direction. Consolidate, they'll move up a little bit that way as well.
Anything left?
These guys can weirdly activate even though they... I think I'm not going to bother. I'll leave them here. Actually, no, I'll move them towards the nearest enemy unit, like 6 inches, because they can activate and they can pile in and consolidate. These guys will be piled and consolidate.
End of the fight phase?
Yeah. And
What are we saying?
Yeah, it was good.
That was better than good, mate. That was amazing. It was a brutal phase. That was a brutal turn for the Blood Angels. They got killed a lot.
Just be modest. You're just being modest.
Just like it's always a shock when things
Really
done.
good team.
Right, so that is the end of battle round 3. So points wise, let's have a little tot up.
Cool.
So you have got Ross.
4.
So you're on 4 objectives, or 4 points. Sorry.
I've got 4 points.
Okay, so that puts you on 16.
Correct.
And Tom.
I'm on 2 objectives as well, so also 4 points.
So you
And I
are
killed the
on.
Warlord as well.
So you're on 8, 16, 8, going into battle round 4, and it's nip and tuck. And we'll be back at the end of Ross's movement phase, battle round 5. Is that right? Are we battle round 5 or 4?
That was 3.
That was 3, yeah, so sorry. Battle round 4. So Ross has moved.
Yeah, just chucked up the G series up the board. I've got to try and take out some of those Sanguinary Guard. Hopefully take a few wounds off them. Hoping to kill 3 or 4 if I can get lucky. Trying to hold on to objectives really. We rolled the Thunderball jobby. It's that objective there. I currently hold it with some a unit of 10 termagants in there. I can't imagine they're going to hold it for long. But we'll have to see where we get to. It's just a question of trying to kill as much as we can. We'll see where we're at.
Straight into shooting phase, or would you like some time to digest?
No, we can go straight into shooting phase, mate. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
This is
So we're just trying, the thorn back is firing into that bike. Okay, so just hit on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 6 wounds.
6 wounds.
He's only on 1 left, so he does die. Blam.
Blam.
Pretty good saving roll though.
We'll just do some termagants into the Marines because we might as well.
Didn't matter for shit though, did it?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 termagants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hit on 4s. I think he's wound on 4s as well. I'm going to double check. 2 wounds. No minus.
On the Marines, did you say?
Yep.
Okay.
Both fine. That, my friends, is shooting done.
Shooting done. So we shall return shortly after the charge phase. So, charge phase?
Yep. So the Thornback is going to charge into the Slam Captain.
Cool. Just chuck a crack grenade.
No. Nope. And he goes in on a 6. So he's very clearly in. Cool. And the Gene Stealers are going to charge the Sanguinary Guard, and the Lieutenant.
Bit of Overwatch.
Bit of Overwatch. So this is 18 Angelus Botman shots. With a single hit. And does wound. That's alright. And then the...
How's it say? Sorry.
Yeah, so 5.
And then the Combi Plasma. Fire all the bits because it doesn't matter. So it's only 6s. Nothing. I should have done this separately, but I didn't.
Nah, don't matter.
It's all good.
Don't matter.
Charge. They go around 5, I'll make that.
Nice.
Okay, we'll come back once they are in combat and we shall start the fight phase. So the Gene Stealers are charged in to the Sanguinary Guard. No Overwatch success.
Nope.
And they have piled in a further 3 inches to surround the boys in gold. The... what's that? Who's this?
Thornback.
Thornback has charged Slammy, who's on 1 wound left.
2.
2 wounds left, sorry. And he's just about to have his biomass consumed.
Before we do that, we've got a special rule for the Thornback when he makes a charge move.
Yeah.
It's like a Thorn battering ram rule, essentially. So at the start of the fight phase, on a 4+, because he's an infantry model, we'll take D3 mortal wounds. Okay. So on a 4+, which he makes, he takes D3 mortal wounds.
This could be him.
It does, it's 3 mortal wounds.
He did.
Gets run over. Spiked to death.
He gets spiked to death, yes. Basically. Cool.
Okay.
So that went well. And then I will do 1 cheeky Gene Stealer into the Lieutenant over there. It's going to hit on 3s. Ouch. And he is going to wound on a 4.
Sorry.
1 wound on the Lieutenant and -1.
That goes through.
It's just 1 wound. And then I'm going to total up some dice and come back to you in a sec.
So we rolled the hits for the Gene Stealers off camera. There's that many hits.
Needs 4 to win.
4 to win.
Wants a few 6s here.
And
It's
you've
got
a few. 5 6s? 4.
2.
6 6s.
So it's 3 dead.
They're -4, are they?
-4. You got 2 up armour?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, mate. My bad.
Not that's going to make much difference, but...
And then... It's not enough.
Wow.
It's not enough.
So these are the 6 up saves? Nope. And then, how many more?
7 more saves at -1.
So 3 ups. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9. Exactly enough to... Oh, actually, these are just 1 damage, aren't they?
They are 1 damage.
Are they all 1 damage?
Yes.
Oh, wait, sorry. Okay,
So it should be 4 dead and 1 on 1 wound.
Yeah. Cool.
So Tom is hitting back with his Sanguinary Guard.
Starting with the Tactical Marines.
Starting with the Tactical Marines.
Yeah. So it's this many hits, how many attacks? 4s. Rerolling the 1s with the Lieutenant. So just 2.
2 dead. So where are you started with him, didn't you?
These silence. Only sorry on the Tactical Marines.
Good hands.
Just caught it. Okay, so then the guard.
He's a sergeant, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he's got. Yeah. So these are 4s, no rerolls, because. And 1's rerolling the 1s with the Lieutenant.
2 is rolling ones.
Yeah, so 3, 6.
2 attack marines with 6 wounds.
No, this is the Sanguinary Guard.
Oh, alright.
Come on, mate. Get with it.
5 makes 2. 4 die.
Cool.
So shooty phase.
Sorry, just a quick recap of the movement phase.
Yes, sorry, we did not do that. It's getting late. It is 23:40. Anyway, what have you done?
I left the Sanguinary Guard in combat. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's late and I can't work it out.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. Not that that means a lot.
Objective.
Yep.
Went into
Ravens
Common
move
Rose.
up. Yep.
He's closer to the man throat, but you can also see through the windows and
Yep.
those guys there. Move the tactical marines through here, and the lieutenants over here.
Yep.
So they're on the objective as well. And this Terminators shuffle this way in their slow way towards the Thornback.
Yep. Straight into shooting phase.
Yeah, sure thing. So I'm going to do all the heavy weapons
Yep.
into this guy because I really want him to die.
Yep.
And then the
Gribblies into Gribblies.
So I'll start with the multi-mortar. Misses in its way. It does. And then the glass. Also miss.
Dear.
Missiles. Also miss. Great.
Wow.
Good
Wow.
turn. Shooting.
Okay.
Terminator's shooting into the Termagants. Hitting on 4s.
That's why I wanted that Malanthrope dead.
Yes. Silly
three.
Terminators.
Yeah, that was rubbish. 3. Cheeky.
1 lives, 2 die.
Okay. So I now do the little flaming squad that's wandering around flaming stuff.
Yep.
So I will do the hand flamer. 6 hits, 6 shots.
Nice.
Oh, this was recently FAQ'd.
Go on.
But no, I'm asking a question.
Oh.
You remember what his strength is?
Of what?
Hand flamer.
Is it still 3?
3, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still 3. Thought maybe it changed to 4s.
4s. Not too bad.
Yeah, so 4.
Makes 2. 2 dead.
And then the normal flamer. Just 3. 2.
2 iron.
Yeah, 2. And then the heavy flamer.
I reckon that'll do it.
How are these guys firing? I tagged these.
He removed them. You removed your gene
These
stealers when I killed them to be out of combat with the.
Because they couldn't hit you back,
Librarian.
remember?
They did hit me. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so I did check they were outside an inch of. Yeah, 5.
Nice one.
Yeah. And then that is all the shooting.
Cool. Crash rate to shoot those, they're charging in.
Yep,
Go
so
for it. 2
Terminator
6.
charging into the fullback. Won't make it. And that is this. The warlord will also. No, actually, you've got TCP to interrupt, haven't you? So I will not charge him in.
Okay.
Cool.
So it's your Sanguinary Guard
Yep.
punching G-Stealers.
Yep. So they don't get the shock assault this time. So 5.
Get them out your way.
Yep. Thank you. So they are re-rolling this time because of the warlord being next to them, but obviously not the.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
2's re-rolling ones. Yeah. So
Yeah, got their eye in.
Yeah, 9.
They've been amazing, I'm saying.
Yeah, they sometimes whiff, but today they've been really good.
So 9 5s. Makes
Got a flowed.
4, 5,
What
6.
bloody hell.
About time that turned up. D3 damage.
Uh,
Don't worry, I'm asking.
yeah,
that,
no,
it doesn't matter.
Wow, that's incredible.
Hopefully they can not be smacked back too brutally.
Okay,
1,
so
2, 3, 6, 18 attacks. 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. Just one more, do please. 18. 3s.
nice.
It's literally bang on the average. One 6.
Way below average.
Okay.
Alright, so 6. Nope, that goes through, and then another 4.
What do you need for these?
These will be 3s. It's -1, right?
That's right.
2 go through.
So 3 in total. I'm next to the standard sacrifice now, so I do get feel no pains on these 5. 3. I make 1, so another 1 dies. 1 was on 1 wound, right? So, and then, yeah, so 1 down to.
Okay. That the end of the fight phase?
It is.
And the end of the battle round.
It is.
So, yes, yeah.
So currently 16-8. What have you got, Tom? So you've got 2. Oh no, sorry, no, you've got 1, 2,
And then this one, 3.
3.
But not the important one.
So
no one's got the
you're
ball.
up to 11, and Champs is on
17.
17. 17 plays 11, going into battle round 5. So Ross's movement phase, turn 5. What have you done, mate?
Yeah, I mean, we've rolled number 2 again for the multi-ball thing. I've moved the Malin throat back there just to see if there's any chance he can hang on to it. Very unlikely, but I'm going to try. Well, I'm going to try and go for Warlord because that's obviously another point and quite useful. So yeah, that's the plan. I've not got a lot of models left last turn, so
Points wise, we are 17-11. So yeah, I think Tom will need it to go into turn 6, but let's see how we get on. So what are you doing now, mate?
so Thorn back into the Warlord
So Thorn back here into the Sanguinary Guard, aka Warlord.
with the guy 3s.
Nice.
That's 7 wins.
Wow.
8 wins. I like 8. There was 3 there. 8 wins.
Any AP?
No, I just use just 2 ups.
He takes 2 5 up Fiona Pains.
Oh,
So
of
both.
course he does.
Like a boss.
Then charging into him.
Cool. So just 2 shots.
So we are straight into charge phase.
Yeah, that's all there is. Yeah, so. We'll come back to the attacks in a sec.
Yep. Okay.
So, start of the fight phase, obviously, he does the enhanced battering ram, enhanced thingy where he just
Yep.
charges in and hits things with horns.
Shock
So-
of cubes. Yep.
Indeed. So on a 4+, there he goes, and then D3 mortals, just the 1.
So 5 up Fiona Pains.
Oh, 3.
Cool. And then I have hit him properly, so 5 attacks. I am hitting him on 3, I believe. I'm re-rolling 1s. I don't roll any 1s. Look at that, 3, 2. It's amazing. And then I am strength 6, so winning on 3s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
And they are at -3.
So 5 ups.
1 goes through.
Any damage?
Flat 3, mate.
5 ups. So he's taking another 2, so he's down to 1. Miraculously managed to survive that.
Absolutely mental. Slave's been amazing, mate. Absolutely incredible.
Yours haven't been too bad.
They have. They've been immense, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those guys. 18 attacks. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 3s. So you have 6 wounds and 1 6.
Okay, so
6 first.
that's the 5 up. So that saves that, right? Yeah.
-4, yep.
-4 on the 6.
Oh,
So it wouldn't have gone through. It would have gone through, yeah.
Yeah, it went through.
Gonna pain?
Oh, just so I do the other one.
Yeah, do them all.
Sorry, my bad. 6.
6.
What do you need?
3s.
6 3-ups. 1 fail, so 2 feel no pains. And 2 save.
Sorry.
Nice. It's a good,
Brutal.
strong end game save.
Okay, so
Your head's back. Start with your Warlord, or
I'll do the guard first because I can't remember his stats.
how many you got left?
But yeah, so just 8 attacks.
8 attacks in on 4s.
3s, I can't re-roll because obviously.
Yep.
2s, yeah, so 3, 6.
Oh.
So
Scatter.
we have 3.
the charge. He's in range of himself, so he can roll those. 2 on this guy. Don't know what he's saying.
Some flamboyant rolling there.
That's this guy.
Any AP?
-3.
About to go through damage.
So D3. 4.
I think he's got 1 left.
Alright, that's it.
End of Ross's turn, I think.
Cool.
Okay, end of Tom's movement phase, and he's obviously aware that if he were to table Ross, although not guaranteed, but likely, I guess, the game would end. And at the moment, although it's looking pretty bleak for Ross, he's got a healthy lead on points. So, with that in mind,
Yeah, so I'm going to leave one. I need to leave 1 unit alive. Ross kindly pointed this out.
Yep.
So that we can continue on to turn.
Hopefully
Hopefully
for you,
turn
obviously
6
not
or
hopefully
7.
for Ross.
Yeah.
Okay, so you movement-wise, you've just hopped your Warlord over onto
Yeah.
Objective 1.
That's right.
That's pretty much it, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm going to put everything from the flyer into this guy and finally try and kill him because he's on the 2-point objective.
Yep, after your horrific heavy shooting last round.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so multi-melters.
Yep.
Don't take this time. And a wound. Dead.
Dead.
Alright, so all the other shots lost.
Crikey.
1, 2, 3.
Right. What are we doing now, mate?
I'm going to do 10 shots from this unit because they've got the fly key where they can shoot even though they
Yep.
fell back.
Cool.
Go for it. Don't know what I'm doing, that's way too many. Sorry. 1, 2.
You just basically grabbed a handful of dice.
Willy-nilly.
You're not grabbing my willy or my nilly, thank you very much.
To the Gene Stealers. Come on, back
Sorry,
to work.
sorry.
Do your work. Do your job. Can re-roll because they're near their warlord. So 4 on the Gene Stealers.
2 survive, 2 die.
And then I'll just do the obviously Storm Bolters into this guy.
I'd say he's dead.
I'm very happy to say
Yeah.
that.
He's dead.
Alright. I'm not going to try and kill this guy because I don't want him.
Okay, so that is the end of your turn?
Yeah.
And the end of battle round 5.
Yeah.
So, points-wise, as it stands, if it finished now, you would have, sir, Sleepy Danvers would have, what's active, 2, so you needed that really, didn't
Yeah.
you?
11,
Yeah,
12,
so-
13, 14, 15.
So at the moment, it is 15 plays 17. So a critical roll now to see if the game continues.
I'm not sure who does with your roll.
It's the player who went first.
Take it away. So you need a 1 or 2. You need a 3, 4, 5, 6.
Fingers crossed. It's big. Hey, there he goes. Well done.
Possibly the most undeserved one ever, to be honest.
Right, so we shall regroup and speak to you in a moment. So, our second ever battle report, and on the end of the camera, it was a thoroughly enjoyable game to watch. It came down literally to the wire, to the last roll of the game. And I think, Ross wouldn't mind me saying, probably a hollow victory.
Yeah, very hollow. Very hollow.
A hard-fought game by yourself. But
Yeah.
do you want to round up?
Yeah, it was good. It's good. It started like when the game started and first turn. I was like, oh, there's so much stuff coming towards me. Not sure I'm going to be able to weather this. But managed to just about somehow survived like a few key attacks, like the Gene Stealers that came in at the beginning.
Yeah.
They didn't actually hit as hard as they usually do, which meant I could then sort of kill them and push out a bit. But yeah, as you know, at the end of the game, didn't quite have enough to get it done, to get the job done. But good game, mate. Good fun. Good having two rounds where all the objectives were active was good as well. So
Yeah.
sort of like you really needed to go out and get ball control, and it was fun.
I felt like that fell for me a bit, really, because in the earlier rounds, if the objectives had been active like that in the latter rounds, that would have suited you, knowing
That's
and
true,
you'd
yeah.
have romped loads of points out of that. So I got kind of fortunate in that respect.
But I think that helped the game along a bit because, as you say, the first couple of times I was thinking, oh God, he's in trouble here. And I think when you made that charge, wasn't it? Or no, actually, when you failed the charge, I thought actually this could turn. And then,
that Hive Tyrant makes that flyer.
Yeah, it's
a different game.
Yeah.
But it's good to watch a game that every turn you don't know which way it's going to go.
Yeah, and I think that's it. After when Ross got that lead, I was like, oh, there's no way back from this. But then I made some amazing saves, and then a few things started to die, which was like
So it ended up 17-16. Is that right? Yeah, 17-16.
Well, actually, when I've got a line breaker, where was your deployment zone?
Yeah, you wouldn't. Oh no. Yeah, you wouldn't.
No, there.
It was there, so I don't think I would have. Wow.
So did you remember that?
I vaguely did, but then I kind of forgot. There's lots of stuff I forgot, like I always do.
So you could have grabbed a draw if you'd remembered line break.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think I only got 4 points in that last round actually, so I would have only been on 15. Anyway,
So second battle report. We will try and get more out as quickly as we can. We've all got young families and full-time jobs, but we did thoroughly enjoy it. We thoroughly enjoy playing. And we've got a lot of armies that you guys won't have seen yet. We've got Admech Knights, Chaos Knights. What else? We've got Space Wolves,
Necrons,
Night Lords.
Yeah, White Scars. So we've got a lot of armies to show you guys that are pretty well painted, we like to think. So thanks for watching. Make any comments down below. If you want to see any of those armies, add them to the comments as well. And we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers.